Liam Payne, Simon Cowell's once promising protege. No one could have predicted the superstar's challenges as Cowell pushed his career to the top. Liam had a hard time adjusting to life in the spotlight, despite the allure of celebrity. His untimely passing left Simon devastated. He wished it had never happened to Payne. After Liam Payne's death, Simon Cowell wrote a touching tribute, but there was much more that fans could see between the lines. What was Liam going through? How did Cowell play a role in Payne's story? Let's find out. Tough early years. Before we go into the specifics of his homage, let's take a look at how he rose to such prominence. The tale of Liam Payne is characterized by extraordinary strength and exceptional skill, despite the fact that he has encountered challenges. As a result of his early birth in Wolverhampton, England, he was forced to contend with significant health issues from the very beginning of his life. As a young man, he was frequently admitted to hospitals, where medical professionals attempted to determine the factors that were contributing to his health problems. To alleviate the agony that was associated with a damaged kidney, he endured a challenging regimen that consisted of 32 injections every day. In the year 2012, he was taken aback when he discovered that his kidney had completely healed. During the course of these challenges with his health, Liam also came to realize that he had a deep passion for singing. Even when he was just 6 years old, he was already able to captivate his family members and amuse throngs of people at local bars. First, he concentrated on athletics, to compete in the Olympics as a runner. In addition to joining the Wolverhampton and Bilston Athletics Club, he established a routine of getting up at 5 in the morning to run 5 miles before school. This degree of desire demonstrates that the individual has a profound dream that compels them to get up early to achieve it. It was unfortunate that his athletic dreams were thwarted when he was just 14 years old because he came so close to being selected for the school's running team. Instead of giving in to his feelings of dissatisfaction, he resolved to focus his emphasis on music by becoming a member of a performing arts organization known as Pink Productions. When Liam made his first steps on stage in front of live crowds in 2008, it marked the beginning of a road in his professional life that would change the course of his whole life. He presented himself as a contestant on The X Factor when he was just 14 years old, and the judges were blown away by his extraordinary artistic ability. Despite this, he was deemed to be too young to advance, which is what prompted Simon Cowell to suggest that he return after 2 years. The next year, in 2010, Liam took this piece of advice and auditioned once more. He impressed everyone with his performance of Cry Me a River by Arthur Hamilton, which resulted in a standing ovation on the stage. Despite this, Simon continued to hold the belief that he was not yet prepared for a solo career, and he turned down the opportunity once more. It was decided that rather than sending him home, the program would place him in a group that had just been formed called One Direction. Even though he was unaware of it, a critical turning point in his life was about to occur. Liam Payne's career path. Despite the fact that One Direction finished in 3rd place on The X Factor, the group promptly signed with Psycho Music, which is owned by Simon Cowell, and released 5 albums that were successful between the years 2011 and 2015. Additionally to being a member of the band, Liam was also a talented songwriter in his own right. He wrote some popular songs for One Direction in collaboration with Louis Tomlinson, which resulted in the formation of a strong relationship of collaboration between the two of them. I Won't Break, which was included on Cheryl's album Only Human, was one of the tracks that he worked on along with Cheryl in 2014. He also contributed his unique sound to several songs by One Direction, including You and I and Steal My Girl. Within the year 2015, both he and Louis were acknowledged as being among the best songwriters in the world. They were ranked 54th and 55th, respectively, on SongSplit's rankings for One Direction's most recent album, which was titled Made in the AM. Liam Payne demonstrated his musical versatility by playing a variety of instruments on songs such as Hey Angel. In addition, he co-produced and performed all of the instruments on Love You Goodbye and the remix of Drag Me Down. This resulted in Liam taking on further creative responsibilities. His exceptional aptitude for creating songs was once again proved when he cooperated with the Irish boy band Hometown on the album The Night We Met, as well as when he worked with the American rapper Juicy J on the album Unreleased Songs. Because of his profound passion for music and his remarkable ability to compose songs, Liam is on the approach of arriving at a significant turning point in his professional life. It was anticipated that his journey with One Direction would lead him to extraordinary heights, so opening the way for his transition into a phenomenon that is recognized all over the world. When Liam, Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Zayn Malik, and Lewis Tomlinson were competing on The X Factor, Simon Cowell was the one who brought them together to become One Direction. The undeniable synergy that exists between the members of the group pushed them to prominence in a short amount of time once they released their first album, Up All Night, in 2011. This album featured the well-known song, What Makes You Beautiful. Liam's life was transformed as a result of this one occurrence, which brought them into the public eye and caused him to transition from singing in local pubs to performing in stadiums. It was impossible to fathom the excitement that came with accomplishing such a feat. The band proceeded on a number of tours, including the Up All Night tour and the Take Me Home tour, during which they demonstrated their remarkable charisma and enthusiasm. Liam's vocals were an essential component of their live music acts, which contributed to the excitement of each and every event. Take Me Home, which was released in 2012, and Made in the AM, are two of the 5 studio albums that One Direction has released during their career. In the year 2015, both bands released a plethora of singles that resonated with their respective fan bases. Not only was Liam a singer for the band, but he was also an important songwriter for them, and he contributed his own unique style to a number of songs. His contributions to the band were shown in songs like Truly Madly Deeply and Love You Goodbye, which were both examples of his collaborative efforts. Despite his celebrity and money, Liam Payne was confronted with the unrelenting difficulties that come with public life. The constant scrutiny from the media frequently seemed overwhelming, and he candidly revealed the difficulties he had with his health, as well as the ways in which fame may have an impact on mental health. A significant turning point in this narrative occurred in 2015 when Zayn Malik announced that he would be quitting the band. This announcement brought about a significant change in the dynamics of the group. There were many fans who questioned whether or not One Direction could continue working without him. Despite this, the remaining 4 members of the band continued their journey and showed their resilience by releasing their last album, titled Made in the AM, in August of 2015. Following the conclusion of their final tour, One Direction officially disbanded, which resulted in a wide spectrum of feelings being experienced by its fans. During this period, all of the aforementioned parties were subject to uncertainty. The fans were disappointed that the band was going to take a sabbatical, but they were also interested in the individual efforts that each member of the band was pursuing. Liam did not waste any time in embarking on a solo career since he was eager to establish his distinctive presence in the music world. Fans anxiously awaited witnessing his creative development and the distinct influence he would make on his own as he began this new period of his career. In the end, Liam's efforts demonstrated his growth and inventiveness, which caused his admirers to feel a great deal of excitement. When he made the transition to the solo music industry, it was like riding a roller coaster. He wanted to break free from the constraints that his former popularity with One Direction had provided him with. A significant step was taken by him on July 6th, when he signed a deal with Capitol Records. He expressed his delight at joining the same business as musicians he admired, and he made it clear that this decision did not imply that he was fully departing from One Direction, which had been his artistic basis for a long time. In October, Republic Records announced that they would be in charge of his label in the United States. This announcement came not long after the company had formed a partnership with Doy and Global, so beginning a new chapter independent from Modest management. This development established the groundwork for his first album, which was presented to the general public on the 19th of May 2017, concurrently with the release of his single, which was titled Stripe That Down, in its entirety. The song, which was written in collaboration with Ed Sheeran and featured Quavo, rose to prominence very quickly and turned out to be the single that sold the most copies of any remaining member of One Direction. It climbed to the top of the charts, even making it into the top 10 in the United States, and it became the most popular song on pop radio. Having achieved success with his debut track, Liam decided to maintain his momentum by releasing 4 further singles within the same year they were released. In addition to Familiar starring J Balvin, Bedroom Floor is a collaboration with Charlie Puth, For You is a duet with Rita Ora for the soundtrack of 50 Shades Darker, Get Low is a collaboration with Zedd, and Familiar is a collaboration with Zedd. The song For You stood out among them since it topped the charts in numerous countries, including Germany, where it was the first time that Liam and Rita had achieved a #1 hit. In 2017, he went on a promotional trip, during which he displayed his abilities at various music festivals and award ceremonies. He spent a large amount of time participating in this tour. Despite this, Liam made a public declaration in August 2018 that he would be reducing his output, revealing his decision to postpone the release of his first album and instead release an extended play titled First Time. After his breakup with Cheryl, he made it quite obvious that he desired to make adjustments to the record, even though it had already been completed. This modification to his sound had huge repercussions in October when he collaborated with Jonas Blue and Lennon Stella on the song Polaroid. This modification had a significant impact on his abilities. Additionally, he was a guest judge on the United Kingdom version of X Factor, where he supported Louis Tomlinson during the judges' home round. This was another significant effect that he had. The year 2019 was filled with some exciting firsts for Liam, including the fact that he headlined his first gig in the United Kingdom in February and worked with a virtual reality company to present his fans with an immersive experience. The remarkable influence that technology has had on live performances is remarkable. Additionally, he broadened the scope of his design relationships by working with renowned fashion labels such as Cartier, Hugo Boss, and Donatella Versace. During the same year, he announced in April that he was in the process of creating his debut album. In May of that same year, he was appointed as the international agent for Hugo Boss, and he introduced his apparel brand, which was called Hugo Salampagne. Later, on September 18, he collaborated with the rapper A Boogie Wit Da Hoodie to release the song Stack It Up. Subsequently, he joined forces with Louis to co-headline the CCME Music Festival together with Louis. In November, he released the song All I Want for Christmas and promoted his capsule line for Hugo utilizing a photographic campaign that featured him in a semi-naked state. His debut studio album, LP1, was released on December 6th, the day before the year came to a close. Even though this album was a significant accomplishment in his professional life, it received mixed reviews, particularly about the song Both Ways. During the year 2020, Liam made significant strides in his profession as an artist, and he was selected to be the face of Hugo Perfumes in a new advertising campaign. The pandemic caused by the COVID-19 virus resulted in the unfortunate cancellation of some festival dates. As an alternative to performing, he decided to become of assistance by donating his time and resources to Trussell Trust, a charitable food bank that assists those who are in need. As a result of his revelation at the beginning of April that One Direction had discussed various methods to commemorate their 10th anniversary, fans were left wondering whether or not a reunion was on the horizon. Liam made a light-hearted suggestion that Louis would egg his home as a form of retaliation if he divulged further information, while Niall corroborated the discussions that had taken place later. Midnight, a project that Liam and Alesso collaborated on, was presented to the public on April 8th. Additionally, Liam took part in Lady Gaga's Global Citizen Initiative Hashed Together at Home performance, which was held to generate funds to battle the COVID-19 epidemic from the concert. Additionally, he began producing video blogs, which he uploaded to his YouTube account every week to provide his followers with content. A new single for the Disney film Ron's Gone Wrong was released by Liam in 2021. The song was titled Sunshine, and it was released at the same time as he disclosed his involvement as a voice actor in the film. Despite his celebrity and success, Liam had to contend with personal challenges that influenced his career. These challenges included concerns related to his health, as well as scandals. His narrative demonstrates his capacity to recover and grow as a person, which prompts him to reflect on the times of weakness that have had an impact on his experiences in a private setting. Let's discover how his love life and popularity impacted him, and let's also dig at his love life. Payne's existence is characterized by a chaotic array of emotions, highlighted by a journey that is both happy and anxious with problems, including love, heartbreak, and unexpected controversies. Payne's personal life and celebrity are both a part of his existence. Personal life. After spending his formative years in a tiny town, he found himself forced into the worldwide limelight, where he had to negotiate the difficulties of celebrity. He came to terms with the fact that he was becoming famous. Throughout the entirety of this trip, he has made a concentrated effort to remain true to who he is. It is a wonderful accomplishment that he has been able to turn himself from a young dreamer into a pop icon, especially considering the complex obligations that come with being a father and maintaining personal connections. Ruth and Nicola, Payne Liam's sisters, continually played an important part in his life and provided steadfast support as he confronted the obstacles that come along with celebrity. Payne Liam was raised in a family setting that was supportive by his parents, Jeff and Karen. He shared his childhood with his sisters. Together with his wife Cheryl, he became a father in 2017 with the birth of his son Bear. He and Cheryl have made the decision to keep a certain amount of anonymity surrounding their child's life in order to provide him with the opportunity to live a normal upbringing unencumbered by the scrutiny of the public. When Payne first met dancer Danielle Pesser in 2010, he was working on the set of The X Factor. This was the beginning of his substantial romantic relationship. The beginning of their love occurred in April 2011. But just like many other young romantic relationships, it went through its fair share of ups and downs. Following a year of being in a relationship, the pair decided to end their relationship in April 2013. They did get back together for a short period before ultimately breaking up. Liam and Danielle maintained their strong connection. Danielle and Liam were close friends. In the year 2018, Danielle also made it clear that their separation was prompted by something unforeseen. Following the conclusion of his relationship with Danielle, Liam began a new relationship with Sophia Smith, an influential figure, in 2013. This new relationship garnered a great deal of public attention, particularly when the two of them made their first public appearance together at the premiere of One Direction's concert video, This Is Us. Illusion, a song that is included on their album, was written by Liam as an homage to her. However, on October 5th, after being together for 2.5 years, they made the decision to end their relationship, which prompted people to speculate about the reasons behind their decision to part ways. Liam began to develop affectioner Cheryl, a British pop diva whom he had previously met on The X Factor, around the beginning of the year 2016. Their love grew stronger over time, which ultimately resulted in the birth of their son Bear in March of 2017. Despite this, the couple's announcement of their separation in July 2018 came as a complete surprise to their admirers. The occurrence of this scenario raises questions about how relationships develop when they are continually seen by the public. It wasn't for very long that Liam remained unmarried. In the year 2018, he began a romantic connection with the American model Maya Henry, and in September 2019, they made their relationship public on Instagram. It wasn't until June 2021 that Liam acknowledged having problems with relationships, which was after they had already confirmed their engagement in August 2020. In the latter part of that summer, they were seen together, which fueled rumors that they could be rekindling their love connection. In 2014, he made a speech in which he showed respect for the Robertson family from Duck Dynasty. The comment has been controversial because of the views held by the Robertson family. Liam contended that just liking a television show does not mean that one agrees with the ideologies of the people who appear on it. Throughout the latter part of that year, surfaced concerning his purported participation in a gay intimate film. In response to these claims, he clarified his position. In 2015, he commented that many female fans would not relate to the song Girl Almighty. To make amends, he lit up the stage with rainbow lights when the song was performed during the UK leg of his tour, a testament to his commitment to supporting fans who identify in a variety of ways. The song Both Ways received mixed reactions. Additionally, the hashtag #LiamPaysOverParty became popular on social media, further fueling the conversation that took place in his background. Liam made a humorous statement that he would not let Harry Styles babysit his son because of Harry's fashion choices. The comment was not well received by the audience. He later expressed sadness over his words. Liam passed away on the 16th of October, 2024, in a hotel in Buenos Aires, Argentina. It is believed that he was attending a concert by bandmate Niall Horan at the time of his tragic fall. Following his sudden passing, Louis, Harry, and Zayn all posted heartfelt condolences on various social media platforms shortly after his passing. A series of highs and lows, including great musical achievements as well as personal struggles, were the defining features of Liam's life. While the world is grieving, it is clear that Liam Payne's influence will continue to be felt after his passing, having a significant impact on the lives of everyone he touched. His sudden passing has not only left a void in the hearts of those closest to him, but has also sparked discussions about health issues, the challenges that come with celebrity, and the lasting legacy he worked so hard to achieve throughout his career. Payne's sudden death and reaction. The world is struggling to come to terms with the heartbreaking news that Liam Payne has passed away at such a young age. A tragic event has befallen Liam, the singer known for his infectious smile and beautiful voice, as he passed away at the age of 31. His passing at a hotel in Buenos Aires, Argentina, has left fans and friends in mourning. According to local sources, Liam had an accident at the hotel, and paramedics confirmed that he had died. Authorities were on hand to assist after the incident. The hotel management has been working closely with authorities to clarify the situation. According to some reports, it is believed that Liam may have been struggling with his mental health. Fans around the world are sharing their condolences. The hotel manager was quick to call for help when he noticed damage to the guest's room. The investigation is still ongoing, and there are differing opinions on the details surrounding this unfortunate incident. Just a few months ago, Liam shared in a YouTube video about his journey to overcome his mental health challenges. The video, which was uploaded in July 2023, was his message of encouragement to those going through similar situations. Liam said he had sought professional help and had made encouraging progress on his road to recovery. Liam's representatives, on the other hand, have yet to respond to any requests for comment, leaving fans clamoring for answers. Fans gathered at the hotel after they learned of his death. While police were making sure things were under control, fans took to the streets carrying flowers and candles. Soon after news of Liam's passing broke, a temporary tribute was made. Isabella Molly, 21, expressed her deep sadness by saying, "I never thought he would pass away at such a young age." The statement summed up the sense of loss felt by everyone who followed his journey from X Factor to global stardom. One Direction was a hugely influential band in the music industry, and Liam was one of 5 members of the band. The group was established in 2010 after every member participated in an audition for the X Factor. They quickly rose to prominence and became one of the most well-known boy bands in the history of the music industry. Not only were they adored by their fans for the catchy tunes that they sang, such as What Makes You Beautiful and Night Changes, but also for the unique characteristics that each character possessed. By exhibiting his vocal abilities in outstanding solos on tunes like Stole My Heart and contributing to the creation of many of the band's beloved successes, Liam, who was originally from Wolverhampton, was frequently considered to be the responsible figure within the group. One Direction had reached 6 top 10 songs on the Billboard charts by the time they disbanded in 2016, by which time they had also developed a devoted fan base known as Directioners, which was primarily comprised of adolescent girls. An 18-year-old fan named Wannell, who was gathering outside of a hotel, made the following remark: "I've always loved One Direction ever since I was a little child. I find it incomprehensible that he passed away and that there will never be another opportunity for the lads to get together again." However, despite the fact that Liam's rise to popularity was lightning fast, he constantly addressed the challenges that came along with it. The members of One Direction went on to pursue their own musical endeavors once the band took a break. Liam Payne's professional path changed toward electronic dance music and hip-hop, with his single Stripe That Down from 2017 being the peak of his career. The song featured Quavo and reached the top 10 on the Billboard chart. His most recent song, Teardrop, was published in March of this year, and the LP1 album that was released in 2019 was a demonstration of his artistic development. Following Liam's passing, his former bandmates expressed their profound sorrow to one another. A joint message on Instagram was made by Harry Styles, Louis Tomlinson, Niall Horan, and Zayn Malik, all of whom expressed their sadness at the demise of Liam. Even though they are now in a state of mourning and attempting to come to terms with the death of their cherished brother, they mentioned that they would have more to talk about in the future when everyone is ready. Their sincere tributes did an excellent job of illustrating the profound connection that they had. One of the ways that Malik communicated his emotions was by stating that he couldn't stop thinking about the numerous discussions that have been left undone during their lives. He did this in a slightly self-centered manner. Styles conveyed her profound sorrow over Liam's passing, highlighting the fact that the time they spent together would forever be treasured in his memory. Tomlinson expressed his significant feelings, stating that he gets the impression that he has lost a sibling. He underscored that Liam was a person he interacted with daily, a person who was well known for their positive attitude, sense of humor, and generosity. The pain that Horan felt was also acknowledged, as he reflected on the joy and amazing times that they had shared. He expressed gratitude for his recent encounter with Liam, expressing sadness that he had no idea that the parting hug they shared that evening would be their final goodbye. Not only will Liam Payne's influence live on through his music, but it will also be deeply ingrained in the hearts of those who loved and revered him. On the other hand, the intense speculation surrounding his passing provides a significant counterbalance to the fact that something must have been responsible for his sudden passing. How could this possibly be? Following inspecting his hotel room, did find any evidence following the search? Well, let's find out. Devastating state of Liam Payne's hotel room. When Liam Payne died, his room at the Casa Sur Hotel in Buenos Aires was completely rearranged, reflecting the emotional struggles he had been through in his final hours. When authorities entered the room, they were confronted with a disturbing scene that suggested a significant disruption had occurred. The environment was chaotic, with broken objects strewn across the floor. Liam's hotel room appeared to have several items knocked over and in disarray, including a broken television. There were signs of tampering with the room, giving rise to some theories. Authorities collected information from the scene, including several personal items and a half-full bottle of wine that could be related to the issues Liam was facing. This situation helped provide authorities with a more complete picture of Liam's health at the time. The investigation is still ongoing, and many fans are mourning what happened. In Liam's room, a bar of soap was broken, and pieces of paper were scattered. These details reflect a significant disruption, shedding light on the state of unrest Liam may have been experiencing. The disarray and damaged furniture may be a sign of the mental stress he was facing. According to hotel staff, Liam was struggling and displaying some worrying behavior. Staff proactively contacted the authorities to seek support, to ensure his safety and necessary care. Fans are still sending condolences and gratitude following this sad incident. The growing concern of hotel staff is shown by the fact that they made an emergency call shortly before the incident. During the call, they said that Liam seemed to be unwell and was acting stressed. Combined with the disorderly state of the room, this paints a clearer picture of the difficult situation he was in. These efforts by staff to seek assistance show that they were concerned for Liam's safety and well-being, and that they did everything they could to help. Fans are now expressing their condolences and thoughts. Observations by hotel staff provided law enforcement with important information about Payne's condition before the incident. The presence of a prescription medication further complicates matters. During the investigation, clonazepam, commonly used to treat anxiety and panic disorders, was discovered in the room. The investigation revealed that Payne may have been dealing with unresolved health issues. There are indications that he may have been trying to relieve stress or soothe difficult emotions, leading to his condition becoming more complicated. The combination of these factors may have affected his mental state, contributing to the instability he experienced. Although the situation is very sad, many fans are now expressing their grief and sending their condolences to him. The investigation into the circumstances surrounding Liam Payne has focused heavily on the examination of the hotel room where he stayed. Forensic science experts are conducting a thorough investigation into the drugs found in the room to determine what he may have consumed and what the possible consequences of his actions may have been. The chaotic state of the room has become a key part of the investigation, providing details about what may have happened in the days leading up to Liam's death. These clues have sparked discussions about the circumstances that may have led to the tragic incident. Investigators are looking into the circumstances surrounding Liam's final days to gain more insight into what may have affected his mental state. Following his death, it seemed like everyone had something to say about him. However, Simon Cowell's comments have resonated with his followers. Stay tuned as we investigate what he had to say. Simon Cowell has finally spoken out about Payne's passing. Simon Cowell has publicly expressed his sadness at the loss of Liam Payne, reminiscing about the musician he helped turn into a successful singer. In a lengthy message, the X Factor judge expressed his deep loss, grief, and sense of emptiness following Liam's sudden passing on Wednesday night. As Cowell reflected on Liam, he expressed a range of emotions and also recounted a heartfelt anecdote from their previous meeting, which took place last year. He reflected on the experiences they had enjoyed together, recalling Liam's pride in his role as a parent. In his speech about Liam's son Bear, his child with singer Cheryl Cole, he mentioned that Bear had inherited his father's smile, as well as the special sparkle that could be seen in his eyes. Cowell was assured that Liam would have felt incredibly proud of all his achievements. At the end of his heartfelt speech, Harry expressed his sadness and farewell by saying, "Rest in peace, my friend." Harry also acknowledged the deep bond that exists between the members of One Direction, calling them brothers. Thank you for watching the video. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you find it interesting. You should click on the next video that appears on your screen to watch other interesting videos. See you in the next videos.